Behind me, you see the federal courthouse of the Southern District of New York. It's 500 Pearl Street. That's the exact address. And inside this courtroom on the 26th floor, there was intense testimony today by Cassie Ventura. She took the stand for a second day, walking into the court almost with a regal attitude, very pregnant, wearing a long form-fitting charcoal gray sweater dress with a black maxi coat over it and very high heels, which she just glided into the court, looking straight ahead, not looking at the side of the courtroom where the Combs family and some of the supporters who have shown up for Sean Diddy Combs were actually seated. So all throughout the day, the intensity kept building and building and ratcheting it up. Yesterday, we learned of how she met Sean Diddy Combs. We learned of the early days of their relationship, of how she knew him for a while. He gave her a record deal, and then it became a personal relationship, which quickly devolved into these freak-offs, these sessions where she would be hiring male escorts to have sex with her while Sean Diddy Combs allegedly watched from another part of the room or the hotel suite that they happened to be at. So yesterday it was basically a young naive. She was talking about when she was 19, when she was 20 years old, 21, a young naive woman meeting this superstar who was at the height of his power, at the height of his fame, and that how she just became involved in these freak-offs, not so much because she wanted to herself, but because she wanted to please him. She wanted to make him happy. And then gradually, but very steadily and very at a rapid pace, she found out that if she did not participate in these freak-offs, he would get angry with her, and that she said there were beatings allegedly, and that he would also punish her by taking her electronics away. So today we basically pick up in the middle of their relationship. She's describing it, how he's becoming more controlling. They showed evidence in court, photographs of Cassie with bruises on various parts of her body, a big gash over her eye where she says she was shoved into the headboard of a bed at one of the hotels after one of these freak-offs, and that also the emotional toll that these freak-offs were taking on her. She wasn't able to pursue the music career that she had been promised and that she had wanted to do early on. And she was also talking about the emotional toll on her. She wanted to have a one-on-one relationship with Sean Diddy Combs, and she said she was starting to feel that all he wanted her for was these freak-offs, which he would verbally assure her that was not the case. But she said they were happening at the rate of about one a week, sometimes lasting from 1 to as many as 4 days. They were drug fueled. She was taking ecstasy, they were taking cocaine, they were taking mushrooms. And then to come down on it, what she revealed today was that she developed an opiate addiction. She was taking opioids in order to calm herself down, and also to numb herself. And she said that's what was happening. She just had to numb herself from the entire experience, and in her words, she used the word disassociate from what was happening because it was just so painful. She also testified that over the years of her relationship with Sean Diddy Combs, she developed there were hundreds of freak-offs. She developed ongoing UTIs, urinary tract infections, which even though they were being treated and even though very painful, she had to continue doing these freak-offs. And then she also said she developed sores in her mouth from the activity that was going on, oral sex and things of that nature, baby oil, all kinds of things happening at these freak-offs with her and another man. And then she named at least 12 of the escorts, the male escorts. Their pictures were shown in open court. And then when it came time to talk about some of the intimidation that she felt, she said that Diddy, when she would hesitate about participating in the freak-offs or tell him, I can't do this anymore, she says he allegedly threatened to expose her with videos. He had taken videos of these freak-offs and shame her publicly with the videos of those freak-offs. So today what happened was the judge ruled that the images, the still images from these freak-offs could be shown to the jury, which they were, and very graphically, so graphic they must have been that one of the jurors basically put her hand to her chest and was like almost gasping when she took a look at them. They were not shown in open court. They took great precautions with the video screens to make sure that people could not be seeing them from any surveillance cameras in the courtroom or anybody in the overflow courtroom, that was completely blocked and that they were completely private. Then Cassie went on to testify about how the relationship, she was getting to the point where she needed to end it. She wanted to end it, and that one of the big bombshell pieces of testimony that came out of today was she said that 2018 she met Combs for what was supposed to be a nice dinner to basically end things amicably, which is what she thought was going to happen. They had a lovely dinner, she said, and then they went back to her house, which was not too unusual. And then as soon as they were back in the house, she said that Combs forced her to have sex, that she was sexually assaulted by him at that particular point. So she also talked about the emotional abuse and trauma that she went through. She said that this created, she felt degraded, which she had mentioned also yesterday, but that this was taking a serious emotional toll on her. All of the drug use was definitely taking a toll on her. She became very, very depressed. And then after this alleged sexual assault, she says in 2023, when she was with her current husband, Alex Fine, who was originally Diddy's personal trainer and at one point her personal trainer. They had already had 2 kids at this point. She's pregnant now with her 3rd child. That she said to her husband Alex, she said, "I just can't do this anymore." She goes, "You can handle the kids without me." And she was about to go out of the house and into the street to supposedly throw herself in front of a car or to end her life in some way, and that he stopped her and he saved her. And she said that basically that what this was all about for her was her unloading all of this baggage that she was still carrying from all of these years of alleged abuse, physical, emotional, and who knows, a lot of physical things too that may still be occurring for her. And it was very traumatic. She broke down crying, talking about the sexual assault. Up until that point, she'd kept her composure, even though you could tell that it was very difficult for her to say this and to speak her truth in open court like that. And then one of the other big revelations that came out from today was that everyone remembers that settlement that was done in 24 hours between Cassie's attorney, Douglas Wigdor, and this was in November of 2023 when she filed the civil suit. It was settled within 24 hours. She says apparently it was for $20 million for her not to publish a book that she had been starting to write. So that was confirmed, the amount. There was a lot of talk about the speculation of how much she received in order to, in order to settle that suit. The amount was $20 million. So that's the latest here from the federal courthouse. I'm Lisa Evers. Please follow us, Fox 5 NY YouTube. Please follow me at Lisa Evers on Instagram and X. Lisa Evers Live on TikTok, and we'll be back again soon with you with more updates. But very eventful day. Oh, and I should mention, looking to tomorrow, Thursday, what's happening Thursday morning is the defense team will have their shot at cross-examination of Cassie. So that's expected to be very tense as well. So that's the latest from here. Have a wonderful night. I'll see you tomorrow.